Hi, this is John. I'm underneath my truck right now, as you can see. Um, I've been doing my own maintenance on my truck for many years. I got 180,000 miles on this truck, and I've never had any major issues. I had a couple oil leaks, and I just thought, I knew where the oil leaks were, and I knew it'd be me laying on my back for a couple days, replacing the oil cooler lines and swapping out the transmission fluid, and I just didn't want to do the work. So I figured, you know what, I'll just pay somebody. And I was nervous about it, and I have good reason to be now, because after the work was done, I took it home and lifted up my truck and went underneath, and I couldn't believe what I found. If you see here, see if I can get in here, get a good shot of it. Oh, it's gonna be a little tricky. Oh, here we go. You see this oil cooler line? That mechanic intentionally put a corkscrew in it because he replaced these oil cooler lines right here. He intentionally stuck a corkscrew in it right here. That did not have to be there, and there's not supposed to be anything like this. If I take this little plastic, dust cover off here, you'll see it's got this long kink all the way around. So basically, either the mechanic's incompetent, in my opinion, or he's corrupt. That means he was trying to sabotage my transmission to fail sooner than it needed to. And then not only that, these oil cooler lines have space brackets, which means they're not supposed to touch each other at any point as they're fed through the along from the radiator to the actual transmission over here. You see where it's going in right here? Up here? Well, and it's off the bracket. If you try to put that on the bracket, then these two copper lines will touch and rub against each other. And what that'll do is that'll eventually rub through and rupture. And if you look over in this corner right here, they're like really touching tight. And that's eventually gonna rub itself loose. There's no way this is going to last me another 80,000 miles, or even probably a few thousand miles, And so I just can't believe that. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, if the factory, they were perfectly mounted, fed through here. I mean, just to replace these oil cooler lines, which is 2 bolts up, actually it's just 1 bolt there. The oil cooler line, then it connects to the radiator there. I was charged, I think around $700, $700. Now I could get these lines on AutoZone or other auto places for like $125. So I'm trying to figure out where all that came from. The breakdown showed that it charged like $300, $400 for the oil cooler lines, and I'm assuming maybe for oil too. And then it was $800 to do a transmission oil swap and change that little filter in there. That was about $700 plus. And then the engine oil cooler lines was a little penny. It would cost a little penny as well. That was about $700 plus as well. And which I just don't understand. And then I got this little drip here, so I don't know what that is. Maybe he put a little hole on the top of this or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's coming from somewhere else. I just don't get it. So anyway, I wanted to record this to make a note on what I found, and now I'm wondering, okay, what else is here, going on here? What else could he have done to my truck? And this was at Tools Auto Shop in Stockton.